Hello my dear students. In the previous class I have told you all how the idea of the socialism is spread into the Europe. Now in this class we shall discuss that how in the European countries people supported the idea of socialism, and this idea of the socialism transformed the society of the Russia, and as a result of it, Russian Revolution took place. So first, support for socialism. Till the year of the 1870, socialist supporters formed a international organization, and that international organization came to be known as the Second International. Yes. Now, there were many supporters of the socialism in the Germany and England also. In the Germany, socialists helped the Social Democratic Party and succeeded to win the parliamentary elections. Till the year of the 1905, socialist supporters formed a socialist party in the Germany and a labor party in the England. Yet, till the year of the 1914, socialists were unable to make the government or form the government. Yet their proposal was good in the parliament, and as a result of it they were shaping the legislature. But the government was run by the conservatives, liberals as well as radicals, and by the influence of these socialists or by the influence of the theory of the socialism, many workers formed the organizations. And why workers formed the organizations? Workers formed these organizations to help the another workers at the time of the distress or at the time of the bad situation. So we can see the theory of the socialism which emerged into the Europe, how it rooted in some countries. And now we shall discuss the Russian Revolution. So here I have already written Russian Revolution. So what was Russian Revolution? The fall of monarchy in February 1917, and the events that occurred in Russia in October 1917 are collectively known as the Russian Revolution. We can say February 1917, monarch deported, and October 1917, some more events took place. These events from February to October 1917 are collectively known as the Russian Revolution. At the time when Russian Revolution took place, Tsar Nicholas II, he was the ruler of the Russia. And now we shall discuss something about the Russian Empire. Present day, the modern Russia which we are seeing at that time or in the year of 1914, Russian Empire was totally different from today's Russia. At that time, Russian Empire comprised the area of Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, parts of the Poland, Ukraine and Belarus. These were the areas of the Russian Empire in the continent of Europe. Besides that, some areas of the Asia continent were also in the territory of the Russian Empire, and that areas which were in the Asia continent, that were the Georgia, Armenia, and the Azerbaijan. Now, in the Russia, majority of the population was following the Russian Orthodox Christianity. Yes, majority population were following this religion, Russian Orthodox Christianity. And this Russian Orthodox Christianity was originated from the Greek Orthodox Church. Besides that, there were some other religious groups like the Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, and the Buddhists. So this was a little bit description of the Russian Empire. Now we shall see the economy and society of the Russia. It is said that in the European countries, Russia was the least developed country, means less developed country comparison to other countries of the Europe. Why was this? We are going to. So, society and economy. Till the beginning of the 20th century, majority of the population of the Russia was engaged in the agriculture. Yes, at that time, 85% population of the Russia was engaged in the agriculture only. And this proportion was too much high comparison to the other countries of the Europe. For example, in the France, only 40% people were engaged in the agriculture. And if we talk about the Germany, there 50% population was engaged into the agriculture. So compared to the France and Germany, see, it is approximately double. And at that time, Russia was the major exporter of the grains. Yes, majority of population agriculture. Now, what about the industries? Industries were found into the pockets, or we can say industries were very less. Two most important areas were there where some industries were found. One was the St. Petersburg, and another was the Moscow. These were the industrial regions. Industrial regions of Russia. Maximum industries established in Russia by 1890. Why by 1890 maximum industry increased? Because this was the time when rail network or train network developed. And as rail network developed, a lot of foreign inputs were also established in the Russia, and as a result of it, the number of the industries grew up. And because of the industrialization process, till the year of the 1900s, coal production doubled, iron and steel 4 times increased. Yes. Now, government organized police, or we can say government organized departments whose working was to check the condition of the industries. But The inspectors who were there to check that what is the functioning of the company or the industry, they were unable to check it properly, and industrialists were often breaking the rules. Working hours, and one more thing. Like the industries, craft units were also there. Yes, craft units. Till the 1900, there were equal number of the workers in the industries as well as equal number of workers in the craft units. Now, comparison to the industries, the work in the craft unit was more difficult. Why? Because in the industries, working hours were 10 to 12. But in the craft units, working hours were 15. Now, workers were divided. Workers were not a united group. They were a divided group. And mostly, workers were divided on the basis of their skill. It was believed that in the Russia, the workers who were at the top, they were the metal workers. Why metal workers were at the top? Because metal work required more training, and for it, capability was required more. Till the 1914, women were working in the industries, their proportion was 31%. But the wages which women were getting, that was approximately 60% of the wages given got by the men. But as I have told that workers were a divided group, but at the time when any worker was removed from the job, or at the time when any worker was in the distress or in the sorrow condition, workers were making the strikes. And at the time of the strikes, these workers were united together. Such type of strikes frequently occurred in the Russia. In the year of the 1996 to 97, such strikes occurred a lot into the textile industry and 1896 to 1897, and in the 1902 it occurred a lot in the iron industries. Now this was about the workers who were working in the industries. What was the situation of the peasants? Peasants were also a divided group. Maximum peasants were deeply religious. But there was a very interesting thing in the peasants of the Russia that divide them or separate them from the other countries of the Europe. What was that? Russian peasants were hating a lot with the nobles. Besides that, kings, nobility and Orthodox church, they were having a huge area of the land, or they were controlling a huge area of the land. Because of this reason only, Russian peasants were very angry with the nobles. And every year, the Mir or the commune of the Russian peasants were making the lands a collected thing, and according to the need of the family members, that lands were divided in the peasants. So we can see comparison to the factory workers, these peasants were socialist by the nature only. Is not it? Because every year their need, or we can say leader, was keeping all the territory of the land with him, and according to the need of the family. This is your land, that is your land, that is your land, go and make the agriculture process. So, now, socialism in Russia. Till the year of the 1914, our political parties were banned in the Russia. Our political parties were illegal or banned. Then, in the year of the 1898, socialists formed a party, and that was the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party. And who formed this party? That people who believed the ideas of Marx. Karl Marx. Is it? Yes. So, as we are seeing here, till 1914, parties were illegal, but this party was framed in the year of 1898 only. So, this party was working illegally. They were operating the newspapers. They were also inspiring the workers and other peoples to make the strike. Now, the socialists which were active in the Russia, they saw that the main stream of the revolution or the main people of the revolution should not be the industrial workers. The main stream of the revolution should be the peasants. Why they said like this? Because Russian peasants were socialist by the nature only. I have told you that every year their Mir or leader was dividing the land according to the need of the family. So this method of the Mir or this method of the peasants inspired a lot to the people who were in the support of the socialism. So they thought that if we can inspire the peasants instead of the industrialist workers to revolute against the monarchy, our work will be very easy. So, to make the peasants ready for the revolt, some peoples were there who formed another party, and that party came into existence in 1900. That was Socialist Revolutionary Party. Socialist Revolutionary Party. The people who were in the favor of the Socialist Revolutionary Party, they said that peasants should be encouraged for the revolution. But this party, Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party, the leader of this party was Vladimir Lenin. And this Vladimir Lenin was totally disagree with the ideas of the Socialist Revolutionary Party. Why Lenin was totally disagree? Because Lenin said that peasants were not socialist. Why they are not socialist? Because some peasants are big landowners. Some are working for them. Some have small pieces of the land. Some are extreme rich. Some are very poor. So in this condition, how can we say that you all are one? They will think now that how we are one. They are having huge area of the land. They are having huge property. We are having less area of the land or no land or very less money. So as a result of that, Lenin said that the ideas which are given by the Socialist Revolutionary Party, that is not foolproof. And as a result of the view which was given by the Vladimir Lenin, later on, Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party divided into the two. One was the Bolshevik and another was the Menshevik. 1898. This workers' party divided into the two. One was the Bolshevik and another was the Menshevik. Bolsheviks were headed by the Lenin, and Lenin said that for a ideal socialist society, the party should be disciplined and party should also control its members. Means we can say, if anyone want to come in the Bolshevik party, first it was checked that he can be work with the ideas of the Bolsheviks or not, then only he was allowed to enter in the party. But this Menshevik party, or the leaders of the Menshevik party told, no, everyone who want to join us, they can come into the Menshevik. Now, this was all about in the today's class. Tomorrow we shall see that what happened in the Russia in the year of the 1905. This was a time of the turbulent change or a quick change. My dear students, I know that you all are having the book. So if you are curious, please try to read the next para. A turbulent change, 1905. About that, we shall discuss in the next class. Till that, bye my dear students.